of truth. Okay, shh. Oh, so much pressure. Okay. 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 Bink. Green bink. Inserting green bink. Inserting green bink. Green bink inserted. Hold. Hold. And he's wide awake again. Okay. I have no idea how to get babies to sleep. Oh my gosh, finally. What the heck?
Yeah.
Spent all evening trying to get Lincoln to sleep. Finally went down.
Yes. It sometimes takes that while. It can be frustrating, but if you try to, easier said than done, try to keep her cool, try to just remember that this is just for a short period of his life that it's like this.
Well, I don't think so. I think it's gonna be forever. Getting your kid to sleep is probably gonna be I feel like this is gonna be the biggest obstacle for a long time. I don't know. I think I'm really bad at it. Like, I know how not to get a baby to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Cats nestle close to their kittens. The lambs have lain down with the sheep. You're cozy and warm in your bed, my dear. Please go to sleep. I just don't know how to get a baby to sleep.
You know not how to get
Yeah, I don't. There's no logic behind it. We'll be sitting there, rocking him in our arms, or I'll be feeding him, and he'll be fast asleep. I'll double check. He doesn't want the bottle anymore. He's snoring, for crying out loud. And then you place him in the bed, and as soon as his back hits the bed, eyes wide open. It's like, how?
I don't know. Like, it's weird. There's no science behind it. It's just trial and error mostly. It really is.
The frustrating part is definitely when you've been working at it for a real long time. You're taking your time, you're being real patient, you know, and you've thought you've done everything right. You've double checked, you've triple checked, you changed his diaper, he's not hungry anymore. You're sure that he's not hungry. And then you put him down, wide open, cries, still hungry. It's like,
it's frustrating.
Especially when you've been doing it for a really long time and you're ready to do something else, or you have other things to do.
Or you're just trying to sleep.
Yeah, or it's the middle of the night and you're just trying to sleep. So, how to get a baby to sleep? What have we learned so far? 1, don't rush it.
Yeah.
I am the biggest culprit of doing that, especially in the middle of the night. I will feed him and then just go to bed.
Yeah.
It's like, I've learned that telling him to go to sleep, in fact, doesn't work.
It probably does the opposite. He's probably just like, nope, not doing it.
I don't know, what have you learned? Do you have any advice for me? Because it doesn't really matter so much during the day because we're not like just needing him to sleep usually. It's only at night where it becomes, I feel like the thing is like at night I feel like I'm under pressure because it's like, oh my gosh, I've been up with them for an hour. If I don't get him to sleep right now, I'm not gonna get enough sleep. But during the day, it's like, who cares? It's during the day. So do you have any tips for how to get him to sleep? Because you seem to be like quite a bit better than me at it.
Yeah. Talk to him, sing to him. Just be really nice to him. Don't try to rush him. He can tell.
Yeah, it's kind of strange to me because he can't talk yet. Obviously, obviously, he doesn't even know about his hands. Can't quite roll over all the way, but things like talking to him, singing to him, even though he doesn't understand us, seem to work. And that's something that I gotta kind of get in my head. I'm a very logical thinker, so I'm thinking that's not gonna do any good, but here I'll hear Kristen singing lullabies to him. And I mean, it's obvious. People have been singing lullabies to their kids for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. So I guess I gotta work on my lullaby and my voice. Because if I sing out of tune, he might not go to sleep.
No, that's not how it works.
What else? How to get a baby to sleep? What else?
Yeah, I mean, the big thing, I think they said the big S is shushing, I forgot them all. Swaddling, singing, swaying.
I can sway and swaddle. Well, and I think the thing is for me, like, it's a process of elimination is what I try to do. So, for example, he wakes up crying, all right, feed him. Okay, but here's the problem. Sometimes I'll feed him and he'll fall asleep while feeding, the worst thing that I can do is assume that just because he fell asleep, that means he's content. Sometimes he's just so tired that he falls asleep during eating.
So what do you do then?
Well, I make sure that I would pretty much wake him up. Because, like, if he falls asleep, like, it depends on, like, if he's only had a little bit to eat and he falls asleep, I will burp him, and if he wakes up, or I'll change him. If he wakes up, I'll offer him the bottle again. But if in the process of burping him and changing him, he really doesn't wake up, it's like, oh, okay, well, he's probably ready to be done asleep. But what I've done way too many times is, I've been feeding him, falls asleep, must be done, put him down, walk out the room, get back in bed, wah! 2 minutes later, it's like, and that's when it gets frustrating because I keep doing the same thing. But if I'm more patient, and what I found is, and I try not to do this during the day, but at night, sometimes I'll try to feed him in the living room where I can watch Netflix or something. That way it gets my mind on something else and I don't get frustrated like, why aren't you eating fast enough, or I just want to go to sleep, you know. So a show that I can look forward to. So it's like, hey, at least I can wake up and finish that show. So
that makes sense.
That's kind of like a little personal hack. Not really how to feed a baby, but how to be mentally ready to feed a baby is like have something to fill that time, because it can be time consuming, and especially like if he's sleepy and not really that much alert, like it's hard to engage with him. You know, during the day it's like he'll coo back at you and it's fun, but during the middle of the night it's like do something to get that off your mind and like so you don't fall asleep too.
Right, that would
I've almost fallen asleep feeding Lincoln. That would not be good. So
that would not be good.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I think this is I think like anything, it's all about mindset. So not having any expectations and going into it enjoying, almost like looking forward to, I get to feed my son, and also like being clear with whose shift is when, so it doesn't become what do you mean? I just had a turn. You know, it becomes, we already know whose turn it is and when's turn. Like, for example, here's our little routine. We'll start with the morning. So 6 a.m. rolls around, I get up, my alarm goes off. Anything that happens after 6 a.m. until I go to work at, I leave at 11:30, I have to be working by noon. I take care of Lincoln. Unless there's extenuating circumstances, I take care of Lincoln in the morning. Now, lucky for me, he'll take a big morning nap usually. But I take care of him from 6 a.m. till the time I go to work. And then you'll take care of him the rest until I get home. When she goes back to work, we'll obviously take him to his babysitter, which is my mom, or your mom. And then the evenings, Kristen will have him because she'll have been at work all day and not seen him. So you'll take all the evening turns. But once 9 o'clock rolls around, 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is my on the clock for sleep time. And then 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. is her time. So we already know if it's in that window, it's me every time. So mentally we can prepare, physically we're prepared. Also, along with that, if it's our shift, we do things a little differently. So I'll prepare bottles a little bit differently than you do. You know, I'll get my little space set up a little bit differently. We change them a little bit differently. So we leave each other alone. That's our two big rules right now. Leave each other alone when we're you know, and try to like pay attention to what's going on. So
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any other tips for them or yourself in 2 months when we're still trying to figure out how to get Lincoln to sleep?
Yeah. Don't give up. You're doing the best you can, and you're loving on him. That's the best you can do. So
yeah.
Don't give up. Don't feel like you're a bad parent. Just keep trying.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the vlog today. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Nope, not now, hounds. We'll see you tomorrow. Find your kid.
Sure,
remember,
you are worth it.
See you tomorrow. Wow.